Hey everyone, it's your girl Uzo, and this is Uzo Be Living, a vlog where I talk about living, working, and studying in Belgium. Today, I come bearing gift, a huge gift for you. So many people always ask me what course I think they should come and study here. So today I have a list of courses you can study, bachelor's, master's, to increase your chances of finding work after you graduate. Two things though. Number one, the list is inexhaustible. So I'm sure there are other courses out there that you can do and find work afterwards, which is great. And the second thing is, I'm not saying that if you study these courses, you will definitely find work. No. I'm just saying that it significantly increases your chances rather than doing courses that will lead you nowhere. Doing something relevant to what society actually needs is better for you and increases your chances of finding work after you graduate. So, having gotten that out of the way, let's get started. Okay, so before I share the list, there are a couple of things I need you to consider. Um, don't take my word for it. When you're moving, you should always try to check the job shortage list of the country you're moving to. And this is a huge mistake that most of us have made moving wherever we've moved to. I personally, I didn't think about this. I just, went all in because, oh, this is what I want to study, this is what I like. And at the end of the day, yeah, it came back to bite me. So it's very important for you before you move, when you're planning to move, to check the shortage list, job shortage list of the country you're moving to. And then also check whether these jobs are open to foreigners, because there are certain jobs that are not open to foreigners on the shortage list. So check the shortage list to see if your preferred job, your interests are there, and also check the requirements to see if it is possible for you to work in that role, because it will be a waste of your time to study that, pay all that money, come here and all of that, and then you cannot access the jobs. The next thing for you to do is definitely check for the rules. Rules about working, rules about studying and working, because apparently there are some places that don't allow students to work. So you should check the rules. Rules, if you have your family and you want them to join you at some point, are they allowed to join you? What are the requirements for them to join you? And all of these things. You should not just rush to a country because, okay, it's free tuition, and then you end up there and then you see that it's impossible for you to survive there. So always check the rules and see whether or not it fits in within your plan, short term or long term. Another thing that I think is really important is this. Yes, it's good to check the job shortage list, but it's also about doing like being honest with yourself and assessing whether or not you can do that job, whether you have the right qualifications, whether you are actually even interested in it, whether, yeah, you can do it. And the reason I say so is because when I realized that from my course, the chances of finding work would, be difficult, I started doing IT, and I spent so much time trying to learn IT. But it seemed as though going, it was entry here and coming out here. And I mean, I think I could have used the time to do something else, probably perfect my language skills or something. So that's why I say to you, be honest about whether or not you can do it. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to travel and then drop out because you cannot cope with the academic burden of trying to do the course just because. So be honest with yourself and assess your own capabilities and see whether or not you're able to work or do that job or do that course or whatever. And finally, this also is important. See, I know that universities are definitely always looking for new students and all of that, but do in depth research. Don't just base your decision on, oh, what is on the website, the fancy promises and all of that. try to find like people's actual experiences. I know that not many people talk about their experiences studying one course or the other, especially in a specific country. But yeah, try to just do some research, like do some research, not just about the course, but also the country, the university, the way of life, social life, and all of that. Because at the end of the day, you might find out that that place that you really want to go might not be the best for you. And I say this because there was a country I went to some time ago, and everything was cheap, like it was so affordable. But I cannot live there. I cannot live there because it was me and my friends. I think four of us, and three of us are black. And literally, almost everywhere we went, we were the only black people there. And for me, it was quite interesting. Again, it was a really cheap holiday for us. But I just said to myself, I can't imagine living here as a black person because literally everyone treated us with disrespect, everyone treated us with disdain. It was almost like you cannot, like, yeah, it was a horrible thing. So do your research, not just about the cost, but also about the way of life, the country, all of that, so that you don't go there and end up frustrated or unhappy. Because moving abroad already is very stressful and depressing. So you don't want to put yourself in a society where you know will just worsen it and just kill your morale. So please do your research. Having said that, let's go right into the courses. These courses are in English, but however, I would highly suggest that you learn Dutch alongside, and I'll tell you why at the end of the video. So, it would interest you to know that you can study nursing in English. Currently, there are two universities that offer nursing in English. One is in Antwerp, and the other is in Bruges. Another interesting course you can do is computer science and software application. And this course can be found in Thomas More University. A third course is cybersecurity, and this is also in Bruges, yeah, West Bruges. You can also study data and AI in Thomas More University. You can study engineering in Kai Leuven, and you can study digital technology in the university in Kortrijk. So for the master's program in English, you can study data science and statistics at Kai Leuven. If you want to work in the international field, you can study epidemiology at University of Antwerp. However, I know people who studied that have not really gotten a job. So yeah, it's a good course, but yeah. You can also study artificial intelligence from Kai Leuven. You can study computer science engineering from Ghent University or VUB Brussels. You can do cybersecurity from ULB, and you can also do energy engineering from Kai Leuven. Finally, you can do supply chain and logistics from Antwerp Management School. But I forgot that you can actually do a bachelor's in supply chain at Thomas More University. So that's also something you should look into. Two more courses that I would like to suggest. They don't fall into the traditional bachelor or master's, so it's something for you to look into. The first is digital supply chain management, and second is design thinking and innovation, and you can study that at UCLL. Like I said, this list is inexhaustible. So there's so many other courses you can choose from, but based on my little research, these are courses that would increase your chances of finding work. But if none of these things work for you, you can always study Dutch. You can do 1 year preparatory year to study Dutch. Yes, you can get a visa, a 1 year visa to come and study Dutch, but it's going to be full-time intensive. And at the end of that 1 year, you'll be speaking Dutch. You'll be speaking Dutch very, very well. So yeah, that's also a route. But regardless of whatever route you use to come here, my advice always remains: learn the language. It's so important. I cannot emphasize this enough. I know that yes, there's a debate about whether or not it's really useful, especially in certain fields and all. But for you to increase your chances of finding work, you need to learn the language. You need to have language skills. And there's not a lot, but there are some companies that they don't even speak Dutch because it's an international environment. But It always increases your chances when you have knowledge of the second language, and in this context, Dutch or French. So learn the language. I hope you've learned one or two things from this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next